here, 3v3 Carnevour Refinery, blue team, a whole bunch of greenskins. We have Carnevour as a Warboss melee commander, leads the line from the front with disruption, damage and support. This is Freebooters DLC. Don Qichoka alongside as a Mekboy, teleporting commander, puts out some nice range damage, can also support, repair and put down structures, but is not the toughest little orc. Derpy DoW rounds out blue team as a Kommando knob, infiltrating commander, as you can see there. Decent range and melee damage, also lots of sneaky orc tricks. Patbadger on the red team as a plague champion. Starts off range, can be fearsome in melee, can also heal, put out some nasty AoE damage with his globals and repair and put down turrets, but he's pretty slow. Boris is a Techmarine, good range damage, can put down structures. And YourDadIsDead is an Apothecary, support commander, fights melee by default, can get a ranged weapon, heals and emits a passive health regen aura to surrounding infantry. Very open map then, lots of engagements early on, pretty much forced upon you. Double shooters for Carnevour and Derpy DoW. Don Qichoka goes for double sluggers. This is Carnevour up against the Apothecary on this side. Patbadger has already gone down, trying to cap that power I imagine, and Orks are taking the east. Techmarine and tactical marines behind this cover. Boris goes for double scouts. Shooting match with shooter boys. Tactical marines will win that, especially against the folk shooters. Trying to push the action with a stun bomb there, the Kommando knob, and hits them as well. They're out of cover now, can try and shoot them up a bit. Maybe get a model loss on these tactical marines. Here comes the second scout squad. See, the stun lasts quite a while, and here comes Patbadger with his double CSM. Heavy ranged infantry that are decent in melee. And Derpy DoW is doubled on this side. Medal is blue. Warboss decapping stuff. Apothecary under lots of pressure, can be tough for him to assert any kind of force early on against Orks. Might want to try some purification vials action. Look at this, a Mekboy turret going down. You never see these things. Right in front of the base opening here. Here comes YourDadIsDead to try and stop it. Wading in with the Apothecary, there's a shotgun blast and a heal for the tactical marines. Should try and focus down the Apothecary here. Mekboy is going to finish this build, and does. High burst damage compared to the other turrets, and the Apothecary goes down in retreat. Red team very poor start, losing two commanders early on. Lots of dominance for the triple orcs, as you'd expect. A very aggressive faction. 500, 419. Kommando knob leading a line here. Plague champion is back on his feet. Must have been revived. Now taking cover and taking pot shots with that damage over time. Potter taking lots of damage though, and needs to retreat again I think. Here we see some Nurgle worship boosting the health regen of this infantry. They have their aspiring champion as well. Get them into combat with those shooters I think. Shooters have big shooters and they're no bleeder this squad. Lots of great orc pressure, and there's a stun bomb going in. Chaos Space Marines finally forcing melee, but here comes some sluggers. Should have forced melee way earlier. 2-1 for blue. And CSM run. Meanwhile, turret is gone, but the war banner is up now. Warboss chasing off some scouts. Blue team looking quite comfortable. This is very aggressive commander play from all three players. Apothecary cannot be revived, and Techmarine might go down here. Knocked down again, sluggers might finish him off in retreat. And do. Red team falling apart. Tactical marines with their flame are trying to burn up some shooters. Are they forcing melee? I think they are, yes. Some power armored fists in their face. Here we see Odd Boys on these shooters. That's a Warboss global buff. And uses it to force off those tactical marines and takes out a model as well. Red team really struggling here. Triple cap for blue. Heretic worship with these double CSM behind cover. Where is the plague champion? He is capping. Lots of action on this west side. Another turret going up, being very, very cheeky, and Mekboy goes down, and so does the turret. He has his death gun. Warboss, no war gear. Kommando, no war gear. Plague Champion, no war gear. Apothecary is getting purification fire as well. You barely ever see this thing. Might be very, very nasty against these greenskins though. Assault Marines jumping in for YourDad. Great synergy with the Apothecary as he can support an already very tough unit. Tactical Marines get a heal. Orks are getting pincered here, trying to bash this power. Warboss retreats, forces melee with everything. Now go to the sluggers, try and get some model losses. Could have used purification files in retreat path perhaps. Heretics suppressed. 500, 277, a 1-to-1. Red team have stopped the VP bleed. Plague Champion's taking a lot of damage. Where is he? He's on the east side, chased by sluggers, and he might go down again here. 2 hit points, 3, and gets away. Does he into base? And does. Wow. Sluggers now run away. Lucky Plague Champion. Hard boys on these sluggers here. Shotgun blast knocking back all of this stuff, and there's purification files a bit too late. In the wrong place too. Death gun. Mekboy weighing in with some shots. Also has the battery pack for support. This is a very nice Mekboy now in tier 1. Suppression, respectable damage and support combined with mobility. Double cap now for blue. Heretic worship again behind this rock. Patbadger using this line of sight as best he can. Plague Champion now being shot to bits, needs to get behind cover. I don't think he is there. This stuff levels up. Took out a shooter boy. Nice aggressive play on this side, preventing them from recapping. Kommando did go down though. War went off. Heretic should be running in and chopping these guys up, I think. Patbadger, very defensive play. Mekboy is tied up by Assault Marines. Is he? No. Purification vials went off. Warboss is running right, doesn't give a crap about purification vials, and chases off all of those Space Marine stuff. Red team are capping mid thanks to the Techmarine. No Mastercrafted Bolter, up against triple Orks and didn't get a Mastercrafted Bolter. Must be waiting for a plasma up against what he expects will be a load of knob squads, I suppose. I would have definitely gone for the Mastercrafted Bolter though. Death Dread on the way for Carnevour. Don Qichoka hits tier 2. No, Carnevour cancels the Death Dread and goes for a Weird Boy. Weird Boy already on the field for Derpy. Back at base, idle. 500, 191. Shooter boys might wipe it. Retreat, and they do go down. Sloppy play. Blood Crusher on the field now, and he might struggle to deal with this thing. Weird Boy does pretty nice anti-vehicle damage if he can hit stuff, and our Blood Crusher's quite quick. Huge engagement on this west side. Grief. Purification vials. Warboss tearing stuff apart with his power claw. A turret is down again. Never seen a Mekboy use so many turrets in the game. You barely see one ever. Plasma Cannon gets a shot off. Got runs from the Horde. Here's a Noxious Cloud from the Plague Champion. Not sure if these Orks have spotted it yet. It's chasing them. Really nice AoE damage over time, and he stopped moving it. Kommando still down, needs a revive here. 2-to-1 for red. Not sure how they've got themselves back into this game. But they're in the ascendancy here. Boris has a Dreadnought on the way. Lots of requisition bleed for blue team. Must be the case. Huge pressure on YourDad again. Really trying to shut down this Apothecary. Tactical Marines just about get away. There's Purification Vials again. And this stuff has to retreat through. Mekboy went down. Orks getting a bit over anxious, I think. Warboss and Weird Boy retreat from this Blood Crusher? Is he going to go into base? I very much doubt it with that Power Claw around. Red's natural is now red. Weird Boy decapping though. Sub-Commander for Orks, nice artillery unit, also good destruction and damage overall. 457, 191. Blood Crusher comes centre, some tank busters there. Don't want to get into melee with it though. Dreadnought hits the field for Boris. Walker vehicle for Space Marines. Already kitted out with the assault cannon. Giving it nice anti-infantry damage at range and a very nice barrage ability. If you can pull it off, it can be devastating. Here it is. Hitting some Orks in the distance there. Didn't hit flush though. I believe it suppresses as well if it shoots for long enough. Doesn't do a lot of courage damage. Here comes these double CSM with Eternal War and Markov Zinch. Heretics finally getting into the action here. Mostly used to just worship stuff. Red team trying to hold firm. Plague Champion now has the Plague Fist and Armour of Pestilence, so it's going to be very tough but quite slow and dangerous in melee. Plague Fist is a really nice weapon, the best fist I think. Pestilence Strike makes it so good. Closely followed by the Force Commanders though with Flesh over Steel. Warboss running after these Devastators, gives up the chase. Whoa, very nice sweeping barrage from the Dreadnought there. Shooters on their ass. Warboss gets up, shakes it off. Here come double scouts, both with shotguns I believe. One has a sergeant as well. 452, 118. Heretic Worship healing up the Blood Crusher and this infantry. The great thing about Noga Worship. Nov Squad on the way for Derpy DoW2. Librarian on the field for YourDad. In retreat. Warboss getting a bit too gung-ho. Has spiky armor, also has the boss pole. Fully kitted out this guy, but he's gonna die surely, yes. Dreadnought, a very good choice so far. Blue team have not dealt with it at all. Boris getting some more tactical marines. Nothing wrong with that in the late game. Here's a Foot of Ork. Wow, did tons of damage to the CSM. Good grief, no idea it did that much damage. That was crazy, almost wiped that squad. Blood Crusher does not get away from the beamy death gun of the Mekboy. Really nasty anti-vehicle weapon. Ork commanders have such great anti-vehicle choices. Commander Nob has to wait to tier 3 to get his of course, and he has absolutely no war gear. Can he get some shots off on this Dreadnought with this thing? He is setting up. Red team shooting up Orks in the meantime, and there's a very nice barrage again. Tank buster barrage afterwards. Nob Squad now going after the Dreadnought. They are melee heavy despite the fist icon. Commander Nob very low on health. Marco Zinch bolters flying in with their Inferno bolts, and he goes down. Plasma Cannon I think finished him off. Nob Squad so scary. Elite tier 3 melee unit. Run around chopping heads off, and this might be a dead Plasma Cannon. Good grief, goes down. Headbutt, sink kill. Why use your massive chain axe when you have a massive head? Center is red. Might not be for long though. Here comes the Warboss. Patbadger looking a little thin. Has his tier 1 units and that's it. Lost his Blood Crusher. Plague Champion is kitted out though. Has the Icon of Nogal. He's going to be so scary against these Orks if he can get in there especially. He's stunned though by Warp Vomit and now is getting focused down. Put down a cloud perhaps. And is forced off. Swampum Sluggers chasing with their Nob leader. Retreat though, and Reds are pushing mid from two sides. Apothecary, there's Purification Vials, misses everything. has the anointed power axe, so he's a bit tasty in combat now. Doesn't want to go up against that Warboss. Techmarine weighing in, and that is the Mastercrafted bolt. You see it suppressing that weird boy. Got it a bit late, but did get it. Warboss now going after these Space Marines. Very juicy blob of Space Marines there for his power claw to rip through. That was a weird boy shot. And the Apothecary goes down. Did not want to hang in combat with this guy. Warboss is on a tear, level 4. Has a lot to deal with though. Here comes CSM support. Tier 3 for Boris. Whole of the blue team already tier 3. Nob squads on the field for Carnevour and Derpy, along with a strong Warboss and the global buffs he has. These knobs are going to be fearsome. He's forced off the field now though. Nob squad of Derpy fully upgraded with their U-jammers and Nob leader. Mekboy setting up, has switched back to the Death Gun and is going to suppress the CSM for close range. Plague Champion trying to decap here. You see the Icon of Nurgle doing damage over time, and there is the Pestilent Strike. These sluggers in huge amounts of trouble now. Sluggers might wipe if they're not careful to this Plague Champion. Mekboy setting up, and these sluggers get away. Yes, there's a sync kill at the end. Meanwhile, centre is turning red thanks to the Techmarine. Orks again pushing the west side. 361, 89, a 1-to-1. A Librarian on the field for YourDad now has the 4-staff, and there's the smite. Assault Marines jumping in. Have these guys leveled? They are level 2, almost level 3. Trying to take out that weird boy. But he gets away. This is a full retreat though from the Orks here. Patbadger has gone through the entire game almost with just these double CSM. Such a solid base and is doing pretty well, considering he only has 3 units. Heretics are all the way down here and finished a cap on Blue's natural. Now have to retreat through a bunch of Orks, do they? Orks might catch him, but it's kicking off up here anyway. That was another foot of Ork. Nob squad running in. Lose a member, lost their Nob leader in fact to those Inferno bolts. Now pop frenzy, so they'll be invulnerable for a little while. Plague Champion goes after them with the Icon of Nurgle and Power Fist, or Plague Fist rather, and takes one out in retreat. Dreadnought is still stomping around, level 2 now. Does crazy damage with that assault cannon to that weird boy. Weird boy gets away. 330, 74, it's a 2-to-1. The CSM are leveling as they take out this stuff, and the Plague Champion finishes them off. Some lapses in concentration coming out for Blue. Qichoka has gone for a Kommando squad. Centre is all kicking off. There's a smite. Purification vials. Warboss weighing in. Done pretty well with those purification vials, I think. Doesn't have an armor upgrade yet. Here comes that Dreadnought. Here's a looted tank as well. Blue team really haven't dealt with that Dreadnought as well. I haven't seen the Warboss go into combat with it at all. He'd really take it out, I think, at level... what level is he? Level 4. There's a Rocks. Global nuke of the Orks, well dodged by red team. Warboss finally goes after the Dreadnought now. Can he knocked back by his own Rocks? Can he finish it off? Got knocked back away. 304, 71, a 2-to-1 for red. Can they pull this off after that awful start? Double Plague Marines now for Patbadger. Warboss is now catching some Heretics in retreat. Chucks one away. Double looted tanks is going to struggle against double Plague Marines. Plasma Cannon is going to get a shot off. Might take out both looted tanks. Just misses the back. And now it's forced off. And the Plague Marines take out a looted tank with their first missile. Very tough anti-vehicle unit. Another one going in. Hits the wreckage though. The Slugger's now repairing. Need to tie up these Plague Marines. Here comes the Warboss to do that. And a Nob squad in from behind. Huge amounts of fire support though from Patbadger. Nob squad taking tons of damage. They need hard boys or something. They are forced off in fact. Hard boys, and use your choppers on these sluggers. Smite going in, looted tank goes down, huge engagement kicking off. Here comes that dreadnought. 344, I think the Mekboy was trying to do a mega rumbler there and was taken out. 2-1 for blue. There's a warp vomit again. Here comes the plague champion. Orks trying to hold middle. It's a 2-1. Warboss still stomping around. I think they need to focus that guy down. It looks like they are now with those Inferno bolts. It's going after the dreadnought, now in retreat though. Looted tank again comes in. 2 more looted tanks on the field. This one's going to go down again. Really need to support these things and look after them. Sluggers coming in to repair it, I think. Orks forced off. I think red should be able to take middle here. Boris has a predator of his own. 311. 2-1 for blue. Your dad looks a little thin, has assault marines, tactical marines and a librarian. This dreadnought has been awesome. Level 3 now. Reg trying to decap mid. 301 and they stop it with a 1-1. Can Reds hold mid? What are these tactical marines doing? Come on lads, help out for the Emperor and all that. Looted tank taking pot shots at a librarian who gets a heal. Devastator's setting up. Trying to suppress this Warboss. Meanwhile, middle does turn red. It's a double for red team. 2911. And a turret is going up from Patbadger's plague champion. Heavy bolter turret will suppress and damage infantry. Here comes the looted tank to the middle. Double shooters backing it up, fully upgraded. And looted tank immediately takes a bunch of damage from these double plague marines. Can they get another missile shot off? They can, and down goes that tank. Tank going off as well. This is the Predator shooting up the Nob squad, who are really outnumbered here. Techmarine, I thought it was retreating there, but he's not. Has Orks of the Omnissiah. Also has Bionics, and there's an Imperial Abyss forcing off these Orks, dragging some of them back in. Warboss still stomping around. Turret goes down. 2641. Crazy finish. Plasma Cannon knocks back those things off the cap. These are Kommando squad. And there's Purification Vials too. These guys in big trouble. Power axe to their faces. And they retreat. Mekboy dies again. 2621. It's a single for red. And they have blues natural but don't have their own. A load of stuff capping it there, a bit of a blob cap. And they're taking mid. Could they have a triple? No, assault marines don't want to tackle with double weird boys. Kommando trying to be sneaky. Has his special shooter and that's it. And runs from the plague champion and the apothecary side by side there. 2, 3, 3 and 1. It's a double for red. Can they hang on? Devastators with their las cannon are gonna set up. How many looted tanks have blue team lost? 2 more on the field for Don. Scouts on the way for your dad. And red team are just gonna camp these VPs now. Could be a mistake. They need a little bit of pressure on Blues Natural, I think. Because we have triple knobs on the field. 2 from Carnevour. Another turret going up from the Plague Champion. Double Plague Marines though gives them such solidness in the centre. Would like a shrine as though it does not have heretics anymore. Here comes the weird boy. 188 and 1. 2-1 for red. Kommando doing their best. Commando's squad, sorry, but they're all alone. They need to attack at the same time, and here they come. We're going to see a huge engagement. Warboss goes right after those Techmarine, trying to tie him up. Orks coming in from the south, still coming in. Double looted tanks, and here's a battle wagon from Derpy DoW and triple looted tanks from Don. There's Angels of Death from the Apothecary. So hard to follow what's going on here. Las Cannon takes out that looted tank and the other one. Good grief, how many looted tanks have died? Venerable Dreadnought pulled down by Boris, goes straight after the battle wagon. Who died here? That was the Kommando, I believe. 158 and 1. Assault Marines jumping away from all these greenskins. There's another purification valve. Has done pretty well with that accessory, I think. Goes down though in retreat to the Warboss. Warboss now level 7. This guy's scary. All converging on this central VP. They need to send some scouts or something to boost natural. Look how quiet it is. Orks getting thrown in the air, taken out. Plague Champions is dead. All loads of commanders dead in the centre. Plasma Cannon Devastator shot goes off. Plague Marine still very solid, just standing out of cover, shooting everything. Stick bombs go in. 1-3-1 and 1. Still a 2-1. Not sure what these Orks are trying to do here. Trying to desperately decap, but there's so much stuff to shoot the crap out of them. And he's just going to lose that squad, and does. Red team have so much stuff now. I don't know how blue can push. They lost a Knob squad even. Battle wagon did very little and forced off. Oh, the Venerable Dreadnought went down though. Level 4 Dreadnought has been epic. 110 and 1. Carnevour's going to flank apparently. See how that works out. Assault Marines are going to try and decap here, and Carnevour will need to take care of this first. Weird way gets a shot off. Purification Files again goes off, does not hit anything, and the Apothecary immediately runs away and just about got away there, and doesn't in fact. So squishy without an armor upgrade. Not sure if he has one, didn't see. Red team sitting in the middle with ridiculous amounts of stuff. Heretic Worship going off. Plasma Dev misfires. Batwagon on the way for Don now. Here comes Carnevour from the flank. Going after the turrets. Is he? No, just walks in front of it. Whole squad goes after the turret. And it's not going to last long against these huge hammers. Shooters need to move up a bit more. Stick bombs going in. Looted tank very low on health. Dreadnought has been guarding this VP like a champ. Here comes the knobs, use frenzy. Scouts need to flee. Another shotgun blast though, just chaining those shotgun blasts, and blues are decapping mid. 56-1. Warboss still stomping around just about. Las Cannon takes out the looted tank. Huge engagement in the middle again. Warboss flees, I think. Yes, gets away. Mega Rumbler from the Weird Boy. Stunning that Dreadnought even. Knob squad, do they take out that Predator? Something did. Might have been the Mekboy. Plague Marine still just standing around shooting. Noxious Cloud looks like it forced off some cappers. And the centre is turning red again. 48-1. It's a single for red team. They're taking blues and natural here. Might be a triple for red, and that would see out the game surely. Amazing comeback from these guys. Epic Dreadnought of all time comes to the middle now. Ork wreckage. And there's the triple, and it's all over surely. Another turret going up just in case. Batwagon cannot decap. And that is the game for red. Amazing stuff, huge battles in the middle. I'm sure I lost tons of stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.